to the following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Southern California and the gorgeous SoFi Stadium, the Los Angeles suburb of Inglewood. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Chargers. On the visitors' sideline, head coach Liam Cohen. Across from him, Chargers head coach Jim Harbaugh. This guy's come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. Rico and Greg Olsen on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. A good return here, up past the 30, but will be a penalty allowed him to get that far. Let's see. Man in motion here is Washington. A first down throw for Lawrence. Oh, the first play, and he is intercepted. Picked off by Alohi Gilman. And the Chargers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
I'll tell you what, Mike, if you thought this place was rocking before, after that interception, it just took this atmosphere to a whole nother level. And now let's see if this offense can come out, take a deep breath, deal with some of these early emotions, and take advantage and strike for some points.
So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today, and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
Incomplete. Devin Lloyd on the coverage defensively.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. So now, fourth down, and Cameron Dicker is on for the Chargers. This will be a 46-yard attempt. Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers are out to an early 3-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
A return now from the 4. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Liam Cohen there, the head coach of the Jaguars. His guys set to take over once more. First and 10 now from the 36. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
On the ground, here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Deion Henley there on the tackle. And it's third. They need 8. That's Washington, the man in motion. Lawrence from the gun here on third down. That's complete. It's Parker Washington. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. Fourth down.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
Herbert now on first down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
Shotgun now for Herbert. That's complete. It is Trey Harris. Pitch number 80 in this campaign. And it gives his team a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be quick with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Second down and 8.
It's second and 8.
They'll stick with him again. Peel it forward for maybe a yard. Antonio Johnson there on the stop. They need the 24-yard line as they come up for third down. From the gun, it's Herbert. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Foye Oluokun. Now Lawrence on the bootleg. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Parker Washington was the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
Incomplete.
On fourth down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt. Back deep is Darius Davis. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And the numbers will show he's been one of the top quarterbacks in the league all season long, right up there among the leaders in passing yards. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. They'll go 3 tight ends here on first and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, L.A. On play action. Now Herbert. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete.
It's second down and 10.
On second down, here's Herbert. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. What a critical flag. Roughing the passer, it sets up first and goal. A run up the middle, it's Sanders. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
Inside the 5, it is second and goal. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. That could be. Touchdown, L.A. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdowns. touchdown catches for him on the year. Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chargers are out to a 10-0 lead. After touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Liam Cohen there, the head coach of the Jaguars. His guys set to take over once more. On first down, Lawrence. This one complete to Washington. They'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down.
Washington. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 36.
This run straight ahead for ETN. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Dayon Henley there on the tackle. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And he will have a first down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards. Whoa, things are getting tougher. It's now 3rd and 15. Here's Lawrence. Now a screen set up for ETN. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate all to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. And John's to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. Head coach of the Chargers, their former QB as well, Jim Harbaugh, his offense goes back to work. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage if that, but there is a flag on the field, and that is in the area where usually someone was held. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
At the 10-yard line.
Throwing now is Herbert. Going left side, complete to Harris. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually... Man in motion here is Washington. Lawrence now on 2nd down. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. Here's 3rd and 2.
Parker, Washington. It's a gain of 8.
They'll try and run for the first with ETN. That's good for 11 and a first down.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. And a Jaguar first down.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Brian Thomas Jr. A gain of 2. Brings up second.
Throwing is Lawrence. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. Looking to convert for the third time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. That one broken up in the end zone. And it's incomplete. What great work to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Back to throw. Lawrence. That's taken in. And he picks up the first down here. But hold on, will it stand? There's a flag on the field. That's on Walker Little, the tackle.
Cam Little on for the Jaguars field goal. A 34-yard.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jaguars are able to cut it to 4. 17 to 13.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense going to take over just before the half. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. This will be a short pickup to about the 30. John Hines Allen there on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
So, halftime here out west. Let's send it east to Scott Hanson. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Our journey through the NFL starts now. In Landover, the Commanders at home to take on the Eagles in the NFC East. And it's the Washington defense that comes up with the big play here. This a big play early in the ballgame. The Commanders had to work for it, but they win it by a field goal. From there, we go to MetLife Stadium in Jersey. We'll check in on the Giants as they host the Houston Texans. And this is Cam Skattebo. He's got the ball. He's got a head of steam. He has a touchdown. 33 yards to the house. The Giants are getting hot. It's a 3rd straight win, and they take this one in style. Got one more to show you. Let's go to Denver. It's the Broncos taking on the Buffalo Bills. And this is Josh Allen. It's a touchdown pass from 3 yards out. The Bills get their 11th win on the year as their great season rolls on. With that, time for a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Things getting interesting now as the regular season starts to wind down. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Good return, but he pays the price at the end. Picks up and crumbles down. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's
left side. Catch made by McConkey. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. That's on the former first-rounder, Rashawn Slater. Herbert to throw. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And it's going to bring up a third down. To throw, it's Herbert. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was third down. The Chargers get set to kick it away. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. Liam Cohen there, the head coach of the Jaguars. His guys set to take over once more. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Dayon Henley there on the tackle from the 34-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Lawrence. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield in the area of holding. Complete right side. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
And it's third down.
Lawrence going up top. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
Incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
The head coach of the Chargers, their former QB as well, Jim Harbaugh. His offense goes back to work. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. No play fake. Herbert, he's going to let this one go deep.
Herbert's pass intended for Trey Harris. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and long.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And this will not help the cause. He's going backwards. Tackled back at the 8. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Shotgun now for Herbert. And that is incomplete. Contacted just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. A fair catch called for and taken out beyond the 45-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they'll try to keep it going. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. Good. This is the run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
He's across midfield with a
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
3rd and 5.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence to throw. That is caught by Washington. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down, Jaguars.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. They'll go up here, 1st and 10.
First down, Jacksonville.
In motion is Hunter. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Once again, it's Etienne. Trying to shove his way forward, but brought down after a gain of a yard. This is 3rd and 6.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's complete to his running back, Bashal Tutin. And he's going to have the first down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. They'll try to hit him with a screen. He'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
6 yards on the play.
Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This a 42-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good.
Makes the
And
score.
the Jaguars
Chargers 17.
cut the deficit
Jaguars
down to 1.
16.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. On play action, it's Herbert. He's got the hookup downfield with McConkey. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. They get the former 5th overall pick, Joe Alt. On play action, now Herbert. Oh, but on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And I think one of the Chargers was, yes, he was able to get his hands on it, and they retained possession.
On the play. Brings up 2nd down at the 14-yard line.
From the gun, here's a handoff. Flag comes in as he's forward for about 3 yards. We'll need to check on the call. Flag on the field, and let the officiating crew sort this one out. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. From the gun, it's Herbert. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. Special teams on the field, ready for this punt. He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Now, fair catch, signal for, and made here at about the 43-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. A first down throw for Lawrence. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Try again. It's second and 10. That's Washington, the man in motion. Now second down throw for Lawrence. And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. Lawrence now on second down. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Dayo Odeyingbo in there to drop him as he records his 5th sack of the year.
Just not a lot of plays on that call sheet for the offensive coordinator for 3rd and a mile. So that's a huge sack there that they took on second down. And barring something dramatic happening here, it might have just killed any chance of extending this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He'll drop this for Etienne. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3 and out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Now Herbert on the bootleg. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Etienne. Not much there. Maybe a yard. From the 31, here is 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9. At the Chargers' 31-yard line.
Now Lawrence on the bootleg. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This will be a 48-yard attempt. Another one through the upright. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Jaguars will take the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chargers offense and their running back set to go once more. They trail by 2 and will start this drive with 1st and 10. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop.
2 yards on
From
the pickup.
29, here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. It is 3rd and 10. Now Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Intended for number 85.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Here's a ball thrown deep, right sideline.
Lawrence's pass.
2nd and 10.
Intended for Darnell Washington. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Lawrence. That's complete to Etienne. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. Now a handoff. Etienne. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing is Lawrence. And with a flag down, he goes down. They get him for the sack. And that flag is probably on the offense as well. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now Lawrence. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
Jaguars ready to punt this one away, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. Davis to return it, and he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. So 3 quarters have come and gone, and Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Herbert. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. One thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made a pick.
But Jaguars offense ready to take over possession of the football. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. On the handoff, it's Etienne. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run it once more with Etienne. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yards.
Tackle made back at the 39-yard line.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. One side, caught by Hunter. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to stretch the lead. slings that get you. One team is looking to add 3. Instead, the other team adds 6, thanks to the ability to block the kick.
Yeah, and in this case, Mike, the players are constantly reminded by the coaches, you never know. Just keep rushing, keep rushing. You could rush 100 times, but if you do it full speed, the 101st, you stick your hand up. That's the one where it connects with the ball. In this case, that's exactly what happens. Scoop, score, change the game.
Makes the score Chargers 24, Jaguars 19.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here comes Etienne running to the left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10.
First down.
On the give, it's Etienne. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
It's third down.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That ball caught. It's Zay Jones. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
16 yards. First down, Jaguars.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Second and 6.
They go play action for Lawrence. Looking down the... Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10.
Gain of 19 yards.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the Jaguars' 11-yard line.
Play fake. Herbert. His throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Lyle McConkey, the one he was looking for. And it'll be 3rd down.
I should probably start a hit, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you got to chill.
Shotgun now for Herbert. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball. And it is 4th down.
Cameron Dicker.
So here is Cameron Dicker. Dicker, the kicker in a big spot. This to grab a late lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. They move out front and take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Travis Etienne of the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. To throw is Lawrence. Now a screen set up for Etienne. And now flags fly as a gain of about 4 could be negated. That's on the tackle, Anton Harrison. Now here's Lawrence. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And this will not help the cause. He's going backward. Tackled back at the 8.
Well, the best screenplay is, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
And this will be incomplete, but there's a flag back in the backfield where the quarterback is. They may have got him after he released the ball. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. This is 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbound.
Washington. Out of bounds at the 46-yard line.
2nd down, Lawrence.
It's now 2nd down.
He'll step up and run. And he'll get this up close to a 1st down as the tackle is made right at the midfield stripe. Now, a big 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Lawrence now. There's that man again. Another catch. And they'll take this down inside 35.
It's a gain of 10. And the Jaguar 1st down.
On 1st and 10. Lawrence. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Travis Hunter was the intended target. And that will lead to a 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He's going to tuck it and go. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 1st of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. Lawrence. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. It's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Here's Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. That's on the guard, Patrick McCarry. Lawrence now on 2nd down. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down back in the backfield in the area of holding. Now on 2nd and long. That's Jones in motion. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. That's swung out to Etienne. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
On the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
To throw is Lawrence. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second, and the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the ballgame. So now, a big spot coming here. This a potential game winner. This one has plenty of legs, and it is good. And they take the lead in the final minute of this game.
Wow, what a big kick there. I mean, just looking down, anytime the kicker is lined up on the other side of the 50, you think, there's no way this ball's going to get there, Mike. But listen, he's got a big leg. This one, he strikes absolutely perfect. That was good off the foot.
The Chargers offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Gain of 11. And the Chargers
On first down, Herbert. Going left side, complete to Harris. So here is Cameron Dicker. Dicker, the kicker, in a big spot. This is a potential game winner. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their second, and they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ballgame.
Chargers field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
This kick is good. And that very likely will be a game winner.
Well, there's no more pressure-filled spot for a kicker than that one right here, Mike. I mean, it's very simple. You make it, you win. You miss it, you lose. And what's he do? He comes through to not only give his team the lead, but most likely the victory.
He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go. One final play. He's going to take a shot down the field. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. The comeback falls short. Time runs out. This game is over. So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers. This one went all the way down to the wire. The late field goal with zeros on the clock seals the deal. As they come from behind, they may feel like they stole this one. They get the victory on the game's final play. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers are winners here as we say so long from SoFi.